Timmy and the Magical Tractor. Timmy was not like other kids. While his friends were riding bikes or playing video games, Timmy's favorite place to be was at his grandpa's farm. And his absolute favorite thing on the farm? The old rusty tractor named Rustbucket. Rustbucket had been parked near the barn for as long as Timmy could remember. It didn't work anymore, but that didn't matter to Timmy. He loved climbing onto the cracked leather seat, gripping the giant steering wheel, and pretending he was the greatest tractor driver in the world. One day, "I'm going to drive real tractors," Timmy told Grandpa one sunny afternoon. Grandpa chuckled and patted Timmy on the shoulder. "I'm sure you will, kiddo. Maybe even Rustbucket, if you can get him running again." Timmy grinned. Rustbucket wasn't just any tractor. To him, it was special, even if its paint was peeling and its engine was silent. One evening, a big storm rolled in. Timmy was at the farm helping Grandpa gather the chickens into the coop when a flash of lightning lit up the sky. The thunder rumbled so loudly that Timmy covered his ears. "Let's get inside, Timmy!" Grandpa shouted, pulling him toward the house. But Timmy's eyes were fixed on the barnyard. A bolt of lightning struck the ground nearby, illuminating Rustbucket in a dazzling glow. For a moment, it looked as if the tractor's headlights had flickered on. Later that night, after the storm had passed, Timmy couldn't resist sneaking outside. The farm was quiet, except for the dripping of rain from the barn's roof. He tiptoed to Rustbucket and gasped. The old tractor wasn't just glowing, it was humming. "Hello, Timmy," a warm, gruff voice said. Timmy stumbled back, his heart racing. "Who said that?" "It's me," the voice replied. "Rustbucket. I've been waiting for someone like you to bring me back to life." Timmy blinked. You can talk?" Rustbucket chuckled. "Not only that, kiddo, I can take you on adventures." Timmy climbed onto Rustbucket's seat, his excitement bubbling over. "Adventures? Where can we go?" "Hold on tight," Rustbucket said with a rumble. Suddenly, the tractor's engine roared to life, and with a lurch, they were off. Timmy clung to the wheel as the barn and fields blurred into streaks of color. When the world came back into focus, they were no longer on Grandpa's farm. They had arrived in the land of rolling hills, a magical place where tractors and machines were alive. The hills were carpeted in golden wheat, and colorful tractors zipped around, honking cheerfully. "Welcome, Timmy," called a zippy red tractor named Speedy. "We need your help," added Gears, a wise old combine harvester with a booming voice. "A windstorm is coming, and we need to harvest the wheat before it blows away." Timmy grinned. "Let's do it." Rustbucket and Timmy worked side by side with the other tractors, hauling loads of wheat and piling them into giant stacks. Timmy had never felt so alive. Just as the wind began to pick up, they finished the last stack. Everyone cheered. When they returned to Grandpa's farm, Timmy couldn't wait to tell his friends about Rustbucket's magic. The next day, he brought 3 of them to the barn and climbed onto Rustbucket. "Watch this," he said, expecting Rustbucket to roar to life. But nothing happened. Rustbucket's headlights stayed dark, and his engine was silent. Timmy's friends laughed and walked away, shaking their heads. "Why didn't you move?" Timmy asked Rustbucket, his cheeks red with embarrassment. "Magic only works when it's kept special," Rustbucket said gently. "Not everyone understands it, Timmy. You have to trust me." Timmy nodded, realizing he had made a mistake. "I'm sorry, Rustbucket. I won't tell anyone again." 1 week later, a heavy rainstorm caused the river near the farm to flood. The water rose quickly, threatening the barn and the animals inside. Timmy ran to Rustbucket. "We have to save them," he cried. "Climb on," Rustbucket said. His engine roared to life, brighter and stronger than ever. Together, they drove through the rising water, pulling carts to carry the animals to higher ground. Maggie the cow, the chickens, and even the stubborn goats were all saved, thanks to Timmy and Rustbucket. When the floodwaters receded, Grandpa hugged Timmy tightly. "You and Rustbucket saved the farm, kiddo. I'm so proud of you." Over time, Rustbucket's magic began to fade. One evening, as Timmy sat on the tractor seat, Rustbucket spoke softly. "It's time for me to rest, Timmy, but the adventures we shared will always be with you." Tears filled Timmy's eyes, but he smiled. "You'll always be my favorite tractor." Though Rustbucket no longer moved or spoke, Timmy still visited him every day, dreaming of the adventures they had and the lessons he learned. Rustbucket wasn't just a tractor anymore. He was a part of Timmy's heart forever. Timmy learned that even the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value if you believe in them. Rustbucket became a symbol of imagination, courage, and the magic of friendship, inspiring Timmy to dream big and cherish the world around him. The end.